Let's talk about nuance in a singer's performance, what it means and how to create it on stage. The first thing you need to think of is that any good performance has to be dynamic. That doesn't mean that you have to jump around and move around like crazy. Less is more. I'm talking about an inner dynamic. Something needs to move and continuously shift, just like music does. Now, the music will actually tell you most of what you need to do, just like the lyrics do. But the music really carries the emotional wavelength that is the best guidance that you can have. A great advantage that singers have over actors in theater, by the way. Less is more, as I said earlier. The other thing is that you need to focus on what's written in between the lines. When I was a dance student, I had a ballet teacher named Finus Young, and he had a very interesting way of explaining how to create or do a pirouette. What he said was, if you want to turn to the right, a part of you has to resist the movement to the right and actually think to the left. That's how you create a stability and the dynamic energy. Because everything will fall to the right if you move everything to the right. So you have to resist the obvious, leave out the obvious, and exaggerate the essential. For example, if you're portraying a character and it is a sad moment, you don't want to be completely just sad. That falls flat, just like the dancer will fall from the pirouette if he's leaning too much to the right. You will fall flat if you rely on this one very basic emotion. Also, be aware that we are always in the process of becoming aware of emotions, and we're usually a bit later. We try to understand what's happening to us, so it continuously moves. As I said earlier, it's a dynamic, but we also try to resist it because otherwise we fall. Also think of it this way. To stick with the theme of sadness, if you go all the way and you end up with the depression is actually immobility, stagnant state of being. That's not interesting. So if you think of sadness, there has to be a part of you that is resisting the sadness. That's the interesting moment. That's what we can relate to. Don't let yourself fall into it. And then also understand that everything keeps oscillating and shifting, just like music does. Don't fall into one mode. Resist it, think the other way, and create a dynamic movement within that. That should do for a first mental process. Good luck. I'm Daniel Isengard, and this was yet another rumination on my coaching method, which I call the ease and guard method, because it's all about that, about the mixture of ease and guard. Go for it.